Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here once again on Trackside Racing Network. I am your host, Adam Chapman, back with you here in the booth. Alongside nobody because Derek Pemberton in the car. We're going to talk to Derek in just a few moments, though, after his qualifying effort. But qualifying underway right now for the Red Sox Racing Series. LMP2 is out on the track. GTEs have already done so. And right now, Mitch Heller. How about Mitch Heller over there at the 45 picking up the pole in that GTE? Very impressive lap for the old 45. A 1:13.326. We'll see if that's good enough to walk out with the old championship. Or the old championship. The old pole or the old win tonight. We'll have to wait and see. Right now, Ross Booth on top of the board over in the LMP2s. Once again, shout out to NotYourAverageGreen.com. They are the sponsors of one of the oldest leagues in all of our racing, the Red Sox Racing Series, which is what you're watching right now here on Trackside. And they've been with Red Sox now for a couple seasons. Veteran owned. Perfect time right now to place an order over on NotYourAverageGreen.com. If you've got military members especially, it is trust me, it is a freaking fantastic gift to go over and check them out. Believe me when I say this, your military family will love it. If you got somebody that you know is in the military and they got a bunch of stuff that's veteran owned, he does other stuff outside the military stuff, but he does great work stuff for the military, decor and stuff like that. So really cool to see that. We'll have to keep an eye on what he does in the future, but really good stuff. Well, welcome everybody here, the Red Sox, for our double night here on TRN. We got the Red Sox Racing Series right now. Immediately following this, it will be the the Raise Energy iRacing Legacy Cup Series Championship. Live from Phoenix for 10 laps. I'm sorry, not 10 laps. For, I don't know, a lot of laps. We'll be doing that here very soon. Immediately following this race, I'm sure Todd Chase over about to smack me in the mouth because, but we'll be doing that here soon. And all that good stuff. Immediately following this race tonight. Dave Hill is who we're watching right now. You see him out there in that blue and white, black, red Valvoline number 13 car. Currently fourth right now on the board. We'll hop over to the racetrack. Let's get out of the booth because I'm sure you're tired of looking at my little guy up in the pink shirt. And there he is. The one only Dave Hill. A great, fantastic racer here on iRacing. He's done a great job. Every time we watch him, of course, Ross Booth, there's nothing that can be said about the driver of the 6. Jason DeVries, good to see him back in here. He was in the first ever Red Sox Racing Series league that I broadcasted at Laguna Seca. I still remember it. Actually had an issue. He basically dominated that race and had an issue later or something in there. Cameron Bidwell, however, currently third. He's a good racer as well. He's won a few in here as well. And, of course, Dave Hill, as I mentioned, David Shutt. Both fantastic racers, along with Mark Wilson right now in 6th. Let's check in with our normal co-broadcaster right now, currently running 10th. You see him out on the track. It's Derek Pemberton. We'll see how he does this lap as he works out of turn 1 representing the Scooby Gang out of Colesville, Ohio. Derek Pemberton with a population of 82,000. That is a real place, by the way. And I cannot believe I actually remembered that. Make sure you guys like the stream here. Give us a thumbs up. If you're over on YouTube, do that. We will check in with Les Turner. Yeah, Les Turner, we'll have to watch him. He's not qualifying right now, so we'll have to wait and see. I like old Les Turner. We usually talk weekly. Usually after each race, he goes back and watches the broadcast. I really do appreciate that from the old one. He does great work. Him and Terry in this league, that's who runs the league. Freaking fantastic league owners. Probably up there at Todd Chase when it comes to league owners. Todd's a really good league owner in my opinion. He don't get the credit he deserves. But Les and Terry definitely up there as well with him. I think them two guys are probably the best league owners, best 3 league owners that we have. And that's not taking a shot at Sunday's league by any means. So Patrick and them are great people as well. But anyway, Derek Pemberton stays in 11th. He is on another lap. Let's see who we got. Cameron Bidwell in that 13 team. A lot of them drivers have at 13 on the back of the car. A lot of them, that team in here, I forgot the name of that team exactly. Is it 13 Racing is the name of it? 13 Motorsports? What is the name? 13 Racing. I thought that was the name. Finishing up qualifying here in just a moment. Got about a minute left before we bring in Mr. DP, Derek Pemberton. Probably shouldn't say that very often like that. So we'll see if Derek could have a good ride. Here comes Cameron Bidwell. What's he going to do? He's not approved. Actually stays fourth at the moment. Mark Kudrowski. Haven't talked about him. Actually just finished his lap. He'll be in ninth place. Derek Pemberton off the final corner. Good lap. No, a little bit off, but still really close in times here tonight. Let's go ahead and talk to Mr. Derek Pemberton while we wait on this. Oh my goodness, I disabled video. Derek Pemberton, Adam Chapman up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
You love me calling you DP, I'm sure. Derek Pemberton qualifying P11, representing the mystery gang, the Scooby gang here tonight. Tell us, man, making a switch to the LMP2 car. Big switch for you.
Yeah, I mean, besides the Watkins Glen run that we had, what P4? I think I had a really good race with a couple of guys in the GTEs, and besides that, I mean, I just haven't had the great luck. I feel really comfortable in the GTEs, but I mean, there are some really fast guys in those GTEs. I mean, I know you may not be able to see it, but Mitch Heller, Tommy Ryan, Paul Gibson, Terry Dahl, those guys are some of the fastest guys I think I've ever seen in GTE cars. I mean, those guys, those guys are fast in them. And, you know, I figured why not kind of switch over. I mean, I do like the LMP2s, and I also like the LMP1s as well. And I really want to kind of get more into them. And, you know, I figured why not? I mean, Canadian Tire is a really good track of mine. It's kind of like my Watkins Glen. So, you know, I'm hoping that maybe I can get in here and looking at where I'm qualifying, I think if I can just, you know, finish, you know, solidly inside the top 10, I consider that a win for me tonight. So hopefully we can stay out of trouble tonight. I mean, these cars are a little bit of a handful, especially going up the hill. This car just kind of likes to float all the way to the outside, which is normal, but sometimes it just likes to keep on floating and go over the rumble strip and send you into the grass, which thankfully they do have a lot of runoff area here. So you got a chance to really, even though you do that, you got a chance to really not sustain a whole lot of damage. So I'm sure that's where we'll see probably a lot of our wrecks that night, or especially leading up to that hill and that fast left-hand turn there going down the hill.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. Well, keep it off the curbs. Keep it in one piece. Go out there and have fun tonight. It's the main thing. Try to get some experience. I know that's what your main goal is. You want to give a shout-out or anything before we let you get ready, before you start rolling?
Well, I got to thank the Scooby Gang!
Oh, God. I can't believe you did that.
Yeah, why would I not do it?
You are correct.
Yeah, and then of course got to thank everyone at Overtake for, you know, actually had a little bit of coaching, you know, just trying to maintain my cool, because everyone knows I'm probably gonna lose my cool in this car tonight. So yeah, we're just gonna have fun with it, and hopefully maybe we can get lucky, maybe we could even crack a high, you know, 7th or 8th place finish.
Good luck, man. We're gonna be watching you. Thanks, buddy. All right, here we go. As you look here at your grid here in Class 1. That is your that is your LMP2 cars. Ross Booth going to be leading us off in that P1 with Jason DeFries. David Shutt back here in 6th. David Berry in 8th. Robert starting 7th. Mark Strowski, Trent Brown, Derek Pemberton. William Cabela, Ed Sutcliffe going to be rolling off in 13th. Kevin Kyle, Chris Shield Smith. James Aller, he's going to be fast. We'll keep an eye on him in the 16th car. Replace car. Les Turner going to be rolling off in P17. In the GTE class, we got, maybe if it shows it, why is it not showing my class? Give me just a second, guys. There we go. I don't know why I was doing that, but as we get set to go here at Canadian Tire, ready to get this one underway. Jesse Cook says he is also the best uncle in the world. I just got my VR set up. He's in VR too. I cannot wait to run laps. Hey, congratulations, Jesse. Yeah, man. Hey, he's pretty fast sometimes, man. He has these moments where he can race. We'll see how he does. So the LMP2 cars have about a 10-second gap before we start rolling to the GTE. So we'll get to start here from the LMP2 cars as you look down here at the field for them. About 10 seconds behind that GTE. But here we go. Green flag is out in the air as the LMP2s are underway from Canadian Tire. You can see a little bit further back. You see some guys taking their time. We got 2 cars out in the grass already. That was a mistake. David Shutt was one of them cars. GTE now underway as they work off turn 4, the final corner. Mark Krajewski also involved in that. He's now 17th position. He's actually still sitting there as the green flag gets set for the GTE cars. They are underway as the green flag is out. Mark Krajewski, by the way, still sitting there. He has now towed back to pit lane, unfortunately, for that 944. Green flag is out. They make a way better start here as they work through this section. Back up front with our LMP2 cars. We'll jump back in just a moment as Ross Booth still in control. Here's a big battle here. Look at David Berry slicing and dicing through the field. That might have been James Allard there as well that I seen. I believe it could have been in at 32. That's who it was. Remember, he started 16th. He is already up to P11. How about that? A little bit further back as they go through the hairpin. This is McMillan and that 160 car. Not very familiar there with the Sim Racing Authority number 160, but he is in here currently running P7. David Shutt may have had an issue. Yeah, that's for that previous wreck that he had. And he's already on pit road. I want to go ahead and mention that Mitch Heller still out front in this car. Les Turner has had an issue. He has towed. We know we got somebody that's pulling for him. Here's the replay of Les of what happened. And that Batman 01 car, oh, he gets that curb, goes out wide, overcorrects into the tire barrier. You know, honestly, the hit wasn't super severe. I'm actually surprised that he actually towed from that. But unfortunately, ends his night. Here's now Kopker has had an issue in the GTE number 42. He comes into turn 1 and this happened. Way over that curb. Yep, bounced a little bit too wide out and overcorrected. Wheel spin. Around he goes right in front of the field. New fastest lap. Ross Booth still out front in the GT or LMP2 cars. James Allard now battling for position with Chris Smith-Shield. This is Shieldsmith. I'm sorry. This is for P number 10 in class LMP2. Here's what it looks like to ride on board in these LMPs. Look at this run he gets side by side. There he goes. New 10th place. Chris Allard goes to 10th. James Allard moving up through the field pretty nice here. Dave Hill actually putting a lot of pressure now on Cameron Bidwell. This would be for P3 in class. Here comes Bidwell. Or I'm sorry, this is Dave Hill now looking to the inside of Bidwell, trying to take over P3 in class LMP2. It looks like he's going to have the lane. He does. Give that spot to the 13. A little bit further back, GTE, Mitch Heller, Tommy Ryan. Heller doing a freaking fantastic job in that 45 car. It's very impressive to see what he's done so far tonight. Yeah, I was actually, the GTE, I thought he'd actually run that to that too, to be honest. See, like me personally, I get the, oh, we got an issue. Oh, never mind, he just took that turn a little slow. I get the the bells and whistles and all that good stuff here in the LMP2 cars as you see them. By the way, we're already catching Things are about to get interesting here for our leader. Ross Booth already catches the back of GTE. This happened way quicker than I thought within 4 laps. This is where things get a little confusing for a lot of guys. But I get the bells and whistles of the LMPs, but personally, I like the GTEs. That's just my type of car. But I really haven't tried the LMP2 so much. So, you know, it is what it is. But here we go. First car going to lap down. That is Top Gear going to lap down right there. Remember, he had an issue a few moments ago. Now Mark Wilson has to get by as well. Welcome to multi-class racing here in the Red Sox Racing Series. That's the beauty thing about this. Look at Mark Wilson's nice looking car out there tonight. He's got that pink chrome. I like that. Pretty cool looking. Cameron Bidwell, Dave Hill. We've got multiple cars right here. This is Derek Pemberton. He's catching up. Trying to catch up to Jason DeVries for 6th, who is working on Robert right now for that 5th place. As they go through the hairpin, we got the 34 off the racetrack. We will have to take a peek at what happened to Jim. He actually had to tow from this. See what happened. If we can see right here, did he have a run-in with the LMP? That was Mark Wilson right behind it. There you go. And honestly, that's not a run-in necessarily for Jim. It was more trying to move over a little bit for the LMP2. Locks up the brakes where there is not a lot of rubber down. Maybe got him a little bit sideways, but look at this mess that we're in right now. My goodness. I mean, these guys are just going through the field right now. Mitch Heller had an issue. Your race leader at GTE. Did he have a race? Now, was this with? Oh, he just went out there in the grass, and that is like ice. He spins it around. There goes Tommy Ryan taking the lead away. Man, that is not what Mitch needed. He was doing fantastic, though. Not over by any means. Oh, Mark Wilson is around in the GT or the LMP. This is a big crash. Multiple cars involved. Right there, we looked at 3 wide. You cannot do that as a GTE. Is that Tommy Ryan? No, that was the 9 of Robert. Really nowhere to go. And man, in that situation, he did nothing wrong. But these guys, the LMP2 cars going at it. And personally, to me, the 9 did nothing wrong. Dave Hill and Mark Wilson, and the other car right there went around as well. Oh my goodness. You see Robert going to have to bring that Corvette down pit road. This is absolutely wild racing right now. So Tommy Ryan, Paul Gibson, Terry Dahl, your top 3. Ross Booth just got around Terry now. He sets his sights here on Paul Gibson, who does not cut him a lot of room there. Now this is Ross Booth's job to get around Gibson here in a clean, orderly fashion. You want to not run him over by any means. We know that he's faster, so try to get around him clean. It does look like he did. What happened here? Robert in the 199 and went off the track. He is now back on. He just went off and now back on. How about Mr. 82, Derek Pemberton? He loves this. He is sitting right now in P4, and he's got a pretty good gap over William Kabbalah. Kabbalah probably likes this as well. He's up to P5. James Aller 6th. I mean, these guys having a pretty good run right now. You look down at Ross Booth. Apparently P1. Wish I could make this race great multi-class track. One of my favorites. My Porsche was fast in practice. This is a fun track, though. It's and like you said, to me, this is one of my favorite tracks on iRacing. Definitely a top 3 in my opinion. To me, it's like maybe top 4. I think my favorite's probably Watkins Glen. I just like it. And then it'll probably be there's a 26 having issues here. Chris Shieldsmith. You know, it'd probably be Lamar, I think, and then they told him to do this one. Replay going through turn 1. Did he get the curve on the exit? Oh, he looked good there. Right here, 3 wide, multi-class, or 3 wide. P2 puts him in the wall. Chris Shields goes for a ride. He's just now getting back on track. And Sutcliffe has had an issue as well in that 33. Man, this is wild tonight. Oh, this is different cars here. Well, he tried to actually avoid McMillan, who right there you can see basically come to a stop in the middle of the corner, throws off everybody. My gosh. How about Bill Palucky? He's up now to P4 GTE. What a crazy event that we have had here so far tonight. This is by far way more than I expected. Thing is, we're literally only 10 minutes into this race. We still got 20 minutes left here in this one. Remember, pit stop's going to be very important here for a lot of these guys. Not sure how much fuel you'll take in these cars here tonight. How many seconds worth of gas you want to take? I think that's more your choice. Personally, I think 6 seconds would be enough, but I don't know, maybe 7. Derek Pemberton right here getting passed by a couple cars right now as James Zollard and William Cabela both go around him, and now Pemberton's going to go around Terry Dahl. Now he's going to watch this battle right here in front of him. So Pemberton drops back to 6th. He said if he could finish inside the top 10, he would be happy, and I'm going to be honest. He's got to be pretty happy right now. We'll see if he's able to hold that up. But look at all these multi-classes now involved. Got Paul Gibson right there that Derek just got around. Who was Paul Gibson? Or was it Tommy Ryan? Yes, that was Paul Gibson. Tommy Ryan's driving a different car. He said he was going to be in a different paint. And there you see it. That Patriot Fire number 18 car. He's not been in victory lane this season. He's been close, but has came up short numerous times, and it may not be tonight. Maybe tonight's that night where he can. Derek Pemberton able to get around William Cabala to take back away 5th in LMP. So these guys are slowly catching up to guys like Derek. Here they are now about 2 seconds behind. Mark Wilson, Cameron Bidwell, Jason DeVries, new fastest lap. He runs P3 at the moment with a 1:16 or 1:06. I'm sorry, 8:37. That is a great lap. Is that correct? I'm sorry, 6:67, not 8:37. Let's see, Trent Brown trying to run down Kevin Kyle here for the 9th position. What is going on here? Thought something happened. I apologize. Tommy Ryan getting passed just a moment ago by that LMP2 car. Number 14. David Berry gets around him. Not for position by any means. Cameron Bidwell closing in on William Cabala now. About 7/10 separate the two. Still got a little bit of work to do. Ball's doing a nice job here tonight. Oh! Cameron almost had a moment there in that 13 racing number 56. He goes out, gets over the curb, gets a little bit of that grass, and that's usually death, or becomes death. Chris Smith still getting around Tommy Ryan there. David Bear. We got one car that went off the track. I'm trying to see who that is. Kevin Kyle, a 65, has had an issue. And here's what happened to Kevin. Right into the tire barrier, and I think he actually got stuck. Does appear, looks like he's actually give tow. Cabela getting passed right here by Cameron Bidwell, who takes away 6th. Now Mark Wilson looks to do the same. We ride on board with the 323 car. Ooh, look at that gap close up, going up the hill. Car really looks like it don't want to turn too much while you're in the draft, though. And there you see right there, Mark Wilson getting around Cabela. Cabela just letting him go. Mitch Heller, after that incident he had, has worked his way back up to 4th. Still has a little bit of work to do. Close that gap in. On Terry Dahl, who's currently 3rd. Being passed right now by that 10, David Shutt. Jason DeVries is closing the gap up here on Dave Hill. This is for P2. They work off turn, well, the final corner. Don't ask me how many turns this place is, because I completely forgot. I think 11. But, you know, we're bad at it now. So, you know. It is 10 turns, by the way, and it's 2.459 miles. So there you go. We are past the halfway point in this one. So pit stops now starting to play a factor here in everybody's head. How about that? There's your pass. We're all smooth. Been here talking to myself for the last lap. But we're on board right now with Tommy Ryan. Be a little bit more aggressive here in the GTE cars than you can the LMP2 cars. You can run over these curves a lot more here at Canadian Tire. But you can see on board, compare the difference. I mean, it is a lot slower time. Look at a 7-second difference, 6 or 7 seconds, depending on who you're asking. I want to go ahead and mention that pit stops have started. James Allard's on pit road. Jason DeVries has hit pit road. Bill Paulucki in the GTE on pit lane. So we will jump down to James Allard. There he is. Looks like a long pit stop. 10.2. Mark Wilson on pit road as well. What happened to Derek Pemberton? Oh, he's still up there. I lied. Mark Wilson, long stop, 12.6 seconds. Seems a little long to me, to be honest. Let's see. Not this time. We got a couple other cars coming in. Tommy Ryan, race leader, GTE. These guys do got that pit limiter button, so you got to knock the speed. You also see right there behind him, Paul Gibson. And Tommy Ryan's pit stop. This is going to be a big stop. 7.9 box, 8.3 for Gibson. Tommy a little bit of trouble exiting, but she was able to hold on to that lead for now. Terry Dahl still has to hit pit lane. He was the race leader. Cameron Bidwell on pit road. Cameron pitting from the 5th position, I believe. That car seems quiet, don't it? Anyway, let's see how much gas he takes. So they're still getting about 10 seconds worth of fuel every time. And he actually took a lot more than what I thought. Took almost 11 seconds worth of gas that time. Interesting. So now we're waiting on Ross Booth, and wouldn't you know it, right on cue. Dave Hill also on pit road. Derek Pemberton going to come this time. We'll have to wait here in just a few moments. But here's Ross Booth. Total time on pit lane. See how much gas Ross takes here. Dave Hill also in. Ross takes about 8, 9, 10 seconds worth of gas. So yeah, we're seeing about 10 seconds worth of fuel every stop for everybody. Yeah, that's pretty much. The top 3, Booth, Hill, DeVries, all took 10 seconds. Here's Derek Pemberton. We'll watch him in that mystery machine. Sliding into his box. Looking good right there. He's at 4, 5, 6, 7. He took 9 seconds worth of fuel, which should be good. He is going to give up a few spots here. Keep in mind, David Shutt will have to pit again. So, Derek's going to lose a couple spots. However, on pit road, I don't know if we're going to stay on pit road or not, but either way, Derek falls into 7th. Derek said he would be happy with the top 10, so we'll keep an eye on him. Looks like he may finish actually. Oh, Cameron Bidwell has wrecked. Oh, he just came off pit road too. Here's a look. This is not cold tires, by the way. They did not take tires in these cars. But here is the look of what happened. Oh. Oh, he does get a little bit of the wall. Actually does not really do no damage, so he's going to be able to continue on. But tough break there. So Mitch Heller, remember our race leader, oh, he misses his pit, but man, he's had the worst luck today. I was actually pulling for him to win this race, I'll be honest with you. I usually don't do that, but we're not allowed to really, but I was pulling for this section. Walk out of here the winner. David Shutt, by the way, has entered pit lane. He did have to pit. So everybody's going to move up a spot if he was behind him at least. So Jason DeVries is trying to run down Ross Booth. Ross Booth right here on the screen, coming up the hill into the S's. Turns 8 and 9. And now heading into turn 10. Watts corner. Ross Booth already made his pit stop, looking for yet another win here in the Red Sox Racing Series. 7 minutes left in this race. Remember, guys, immediately following this one, we have our championship race night. From Phoenix, Raise Energy, iRacing Legacy Cup Series, the 87 Cup cars. Todd Chase and crew will be strapping their helmets on to go in circles for about 900 laps. And we will be doing that immediately following this one. Watch Paul Gibson right now in that red, yellow, and goldish Corvette trying to run down Tommy Ryan. He is running him down slowly. Not, I don't know. Maybe not so much. It was not even last time by. About a second right now separating the two. Tommy actually got caught up a little bit there. You see it right there. You see the two right there. We do got that one car separating. We do got an LMP car. About to throw a mix into all this though. Still right there in the middle between first and second. It's going to be interesting to see this pass. This could actually help Paul here close that gap in. It does not at the moment. Derek Pemberton may have just got wrecked or may have wrecked. He was having such a good run. Let's see the replay. Into the corner. There was a little bit of contact. It looked like Mark Wilson sitting in probably a little bit too deep there to make that pass. Yeah, probably shouldn't have made that, but either way, Derek just loses, well, we'll say 2 spots. He's still in 7th, but well, keep an eye on that. He's wanting to hold on to a top 10. Mark Wilson moves to 5th after that. Got about estimate 4 minutes left to go in this one. Around 5 laps, give or take a little bit on that. We'll definitely keep you updated. Let's just see Tommy Ryan work off the corner. Ross Booth up here in that hairpin corner. By the way, let me check Derek Pennington's damage. I don't see much, maybe a little bit there, but nothing horrible. Probably not too happy. The car said he would lose his temper a few times. Probably is. Oh, what's that? Somebody went around right there. Who was that? That is Lachlan McMillan. Went around. You see here, he's a smart thing right there. Just goes into the grass and then pulls back out on track. Unfortunately, he's back 9th right now in class. Tough break for him. As Ross Booth making another pass. That is Trent Brown. I believe. No, I'm sorry. That's not Trent Brown. Trent Brown's in LMP class. That was Topper. Well, there was a change in the GTE that we did not see, and it was Paul Gibson overtaking Tommy Ryan with just a few minutes left. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in this race. And Tommy Ryan has given up the lead. We've seen this done a few times this year, but Tommy just can't seem to hold on to that lead, unfortunately, in the later stages of the race. Kind of like Derek Pemberton's football games. Jason DeVries do fastest lap on the racetrack, a 106.412. That's moving. Almost 2/10 faster. I'm sorry, that was actually almost a second faster than Ross Booth. What just happened to Jason? I think he may have lagged out. What just happened here? Here he is. Did he have an issue? He did. Oh, too hot, and he wrecks it late in this one. And it ends his night. That is the problem with Jason. He has the worst luck finishing these races. So everybody behind him going to move up a spot. Here in this one. Watch Ross Booth across the start-finish line with about 2 laps to go for the driver of the 6. We'll get the white flag next time by for him. Same will go here for Paul Gibson. He will get the white flag by this time in that 31 car. I believe it's this time for him. Should be coming to that. Tommy Ryan, though, right in the tracks of this 31 car. Can Ryan make a late race pass and pick up the win in GTE? We're going to find out. Nothing really happened right now up in LMP2s, so we will stay with this as they come around the racetrack. I believe this is their white flag lap here in GTE. This time by Tommy a little bit slower than Paul Gibson. Actually, I take it back. He was actually faster. Just updated. Oh, Tommy getting caught up behind. Not caught up behind, but mixed in with this LMP battles. Always makes things interesting. Ross Booth on that white flag lap. Paul Gibson as well on that white flag lap. Gibson begins the track up the hill. Coming to the checkered flag this time. Mr. Gibson, Tommy Ryan. Through the S's for the final time here tonight. Checker flag going to be waving, I believe, here for GTE. Ross Paul Gibson should pick up the win. We will confirm that here in just a moment, but this will officially close it out for Ross Booth. He picks up the win in GT or LMP2. Dave Hill going to manage a second place finish. James Zeller managing a third place finish once he crosses the line. Oh, the 25 had an issue. Not sure if that was after the fact, but this is Paul Gibson. He's still running pretty hard here, by the way. I don't think the race is completely finished in GPE yet. So we are still kind of watching these guys go at it. Paul Gibson gonna drive through the S's. Looking good. Oh, get a little loose there. Coming to the start finish line. Gibson wins GTE. Actually, he won it last time. I apologize. I don't know why I said he won it that time. Wait, did he just let Tommy... Hold on, something happened here. Did he let Tommy Ryan win this? Hold on. Did he run out of gas? I think Gibson might have run out of gas. Hold on. He did. To the final corner. That's weird. Anyway. Ross Booth puts it in victory lane. We'll talk to him right now. Let's see if I can find him. Give me just a minute. There he is. Let's get in and talk to Mr. Ross Booth Zippy, as he is nicknamed once again. Victory Lane, Victory Circle here on trackside at Canadian Tire. Ross, you got a copy?
I got you.
Man, that was a fun race, man. I enjoyed that. That was a wild one. I'm sure it was wild inside the cockpit as well.
Yeah, that was... It looked like a lot of people had a lot of fun behind me. I was glad to be out of the mess. This is my home track. I love this track. Right. And I'm just glad to put in Victory Circle.
We know how fast you usually are, and we always talk about traffic, so we're going to kind of skip it this week. How do you feel about next week? I believe we go to Road America or Road Atlanta, one of the two. Road Atlanta. Yeah.
That's probably the only track that I've actually gone to in this car before, so I'm very familiar with the track.
Oh, God. People hate hearing you say that. Like, you need, just let them win one race. Come on. No.
Well, no, these guys every week give me such a run for my money. I think qualifying was super close. I really think the race is won and lost in qualifying. I really think that, and you just can't stay behind. Like, you can't follow the guy in front very close. There's so much aero wash behind these cars. So as soon as you're second, third, whatever, you don't have a good start of the race, you're behind from minute one, I guess. So.
For sure on that. Well, man, congratulations. Another win at LMP2. It's always fun to watch you race. Always just fantastic behind the wheel. Shout-outs and all
that. Just thank you to Terry and Les for always bringing great racing, and thanks you to broadcasting. I'm sure the fans at home love that.
Crazy how big the LMP2 field has gotten since we dropped the green flag earlier this season.
I know. What do we have? 17 cars or something?
Yeah.
That's.
I was like, wow. Hey, good job, man.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Take
buddy.
care.
You too. Next up, am I seeing this correct before I get into this interview? Does that say Tommy Ryan won this? Tommy, you got a copy? Like, it does say you won, correct?
Yep.
Okay, I'm making sure. Sorry about that. I was wondering. I was like, no, you wasn't winning this race until the last corner. Let's be honest. I want to make sure my stats wasn't wrong. Talk us through this, man. You had a good race going. You got out front. Unfortunately for, Mitch, he had issues at the beginning, and you was able to overtake the lead from that. But talk us through this race. It was definitely a wild one here at Canadian Tire. This was a fun one.
Yeah, it was pretty challenging with the LM2. They were, just depending on where they caught you, man, it was pretty treacherous. And obviously, I got a little bit of net code there from Mark coming out of the second to the last corner, and it just like he just grabbed the right rear and just slung it around. I had, I thought I was completely dead, but it did a 360 and I got going, and, Paul gifted me there at the end. He didn't have to do that,
Right.
And I don't like winning like that. I mean, it's just racing. That's the stuff we deal with online. He was in position, so, I mean, I'll take the win, but it's really.
Hey, I'll be honest. If that was me, I would be out there doing burnouts and donuts. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
It's.
Talk about this track though, man. Now in this car, you could attack these turns a little bit more aggressive than the LMP2 cars, and like you said, everything happens here really fast. Like the track is not really wide. Let's be honest. Everything happens really fast here, especially up in that little hairpin. I believe it's like turn 6 or so. But talk us through this racetrack and driving this car here.
Overall, it was in the racetrack. You could definitely get on the brakes a lot harder than you could at other places.
Yeah.
I didn't have to crank a bunch of brake bias in it to get it to behave under braking. I ran it right out of the box. You could slide the fronts down there in Moss Corner, which is the hairpin,
Right.
Because depending on how well you rolled that center was how well you launched out of there down that long straightaway, and you're gonna need some really long throttle right there, because I mean that one will make you or break you. And obviously there's some blind corners, coming up here. I guess it's turn 2, coming up the hill and then down, and I mean you're turning down into that thing pretty blind, and if you miss your mark, man, you'll end up just like what was our leader there, Mitch?
Yeah.
You end up just like Mitch in the grass. So, and I have done that countless times here, and you just learn the mark, and you've got to be comfortable, and your timing's got to be there. But yeah, you could this thing is narrow, but you could charge the corners, and the car drove really well here. So I'm not complaining a bit about that. Obviously, it fit my driving style.
Well, man, either way, I know you said you hate winning like that, but either way, congratulations. You've had some taken away from you this year, so it's always good to see you in victory lane no matter what. But congratulations on that, even though you're not very happy with it. Congratulations either way. Good luck next week. You want to give shout-outs or anything like that? By the way, like the paint tonight.
Yeah, man, I got some Patriot Fire and Coastal Safety Auditors and Northern Tool on the Corvette. We put it in the paint shop over the last couple of weeks, and here we are. So it looks good. It runs good. Had some pretty good speed in it tonight. Just had some unfortunate,
For sure.
mishaps at the end. But yeah,
Gotta love the internet.
Yeah, I mean it's part of it
For
when you
sure.
get around this stuff. So
Hey, good job, man.
thanks, man.
Buddy.
See you.
You too. Next up, we're going to talk to the man that very classy. I'll be honest. Tommy might not like it, and I get it. But Paul, classy move doing what you did. Honestly, you did not have to do that. I think everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Talk us through that.
Yeah. So, I mean, Tommy was, Mitch and Tommy both were definitely faster than I was.
Right.
I came into this race and I was like, I just need to survive. This place is my kryptonite. I've never figured out how to get around this place well.
I feel like that's a lie now, by the way.
So I just try to come in and survive, and then Mitch unfortunately went off, and then again in a really tricky spot. Like, there's like a line through there that if you go a foot wide, you're in the grass, unless you somehow slow up and not go in the grass. But most of the time you can't hold it. And then I saw Tommy get them in one of the P2 cars tangle, and I mean he was the class at that point. I couldn't close up on him, and he was saying the same thing. He didn't want to win a race that way, and I didn't either.
I agree. I mean, you're the same way.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yep.
Let me ask you this.
So we've all had those times where we got ran over by a faster car,
For sure.
and that was one of those ones where I had no chance of getting to him. So. I didn't want to win that way, so I let him back by.
We know the points are a big thing, and of course you're right there in it. I'm not sure, how much your lead is, but next week, got a chance to go ahead and lock it up. How do you feel about taking the car to Road Atlanta?
Road Atlanta, I think, is probably a little bit easier for me than here at Mosport. Road Atlanta's got big old nasty curbs on it, but the Corvette seems to eat those up pretty well, so I think it should be okay.
Yeah, man. Well, you've done a good job this season. Once again, respect for what you did. I know you didn't have to, but still respectful to do that. So shout outs to you on that, man. Any shout outs you want to give out?
Just to PG-13 Racing again for coming in and showing up, and I guess one to Colin, who's out racing RC cars, running the toy cars this week. So he wasn't able to join us. So good luck to him too. For
sure, man. Hey, good job on tonight, man.
All right, thanks.
Thanks a lot, buddy. There you go, guys. That is the race. Congratulations, Paul Gibbs. That was, like Tommy said, he didn't want to win that way, but like Paul just said, he didn't want to win that way either. So congratulations, very class act. Congratulations. Shout out Derek Pemberton, finish 8th. But that'll do it for us tonight, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the broadcast. Check out Not Your Average Grain. We'll be live here in just a moment, in literally 1 minute, for the second race of the night for the Raise Energy Cup Series. Y'all have a great night. Take care. God bless.